What's up, everyone? This is the Lucas Ross Sports Channel, and it is time to give you my final New Year's Six Bowl projections heading into Conference Championship weekend of the 2022 college football season. It is finally Conference Championship weekend, and it is finally time for my final New Year's Six Bowl games heading into Conference Championship weekend. This is basically it. This is how the bowl games, I think, would go. Basically, I just give you a projection, though. I'm not simply giving you a prediction. And like I said, I give you 4 out of the 6 bowl games. I give you the Rose Bowl, I give you the Sugar Bowl, I give you the Orange Bowl, and also the Cotton Bowl. And I made a lot of changes here to my bowl games. This is how I think it will go, though, when the overall New Year's Six bowl games come out this Sunday. And the playoff rankings do come out tonight. We still have 2 more playoff rankings to go. And I'll give you my college football playoff projections on Friday. So that's how it's going to work. And we'll give you my final projections for the college football playoff as well. But these are my final New Year's Six bowl projections heading into Conference Championship weekend. Let's get started here with the Rose Bowl. And I made a change here. I got Washington out of the Pac-12 versus Ohio State. Now, Ohio State can still make it to the college football playoff. It just comes down to whoever loses their conference championship game. I mean, there could be an argument, perhaps maybe tonight for the playoff rankings. Maybe Ohio State is number 5, but you never know what can happen. Maybe they put Alabama up there, but I think Ohio State should be at number 5. I mean, Alabama is a lot better than Ohio State, but maybe Tennessee can get up there as well, but I think the Rose Bowl is going to look like this. Washington is the second best team, or I should say maybe they're pretty much a tie there for the second place spot, but I think clearly Washington is the best and the second best team in the Pac-12. And like I said, I'll give you those predictions for the conference championship games. But Washington, I think, clearly deserves a spot here in the Rose Bowl. But what a matchup this would be out of the Pac-12 and Big Ten. Ohio State and Washington, they're pretty good offensive teams. I mean, defensively, I would give Ohio State the advantage considering they didn't play good against Michigan. Now, Ohio State, in order to get into the playoff, I think, USC has to lose their conference championship. And then also maybe TCU has to lose. But you'll see my playoff projections heading into the final, or actually the conference championship weekend. But this is a matchup I like to see in the Rose Bowl. I would love to see this one between Washington and Ohio State. Let's go to my next bowl game here. It's the Sugar Bowl. I also made a change here, but I didn't make a change to the other team. I have Tennessee as the new team, and then I have Kansas State still as the same team. Now, Kansas State will play for the Big 12 championship game, which is going to be pretty tough for them. They'll play TCU. I'll give you a prediction on that Big 12 championship game tomorrow. Tennessee, though, this is a team that I think could still make it to a New Year's Six bowl game after, finishing 10-2 on the year. Look, LSU just lost, so that's why I made a change here. They're sitting there at 9-3 now. Tennessee, I think, deserves a spot here in the Sugar Bowl. I would love to see this matchup between Tennessee and Kansas State here in the Sugar Bowl. I mean, Tennessee has been, the best offense in the country all season long. Kansas State's been a pretty hot team, for a very few weeks. I mean, their 3 losses come to really good opponents in the Big 12, but yeah, Tennessee and Kansas State, this would be a matchup I like to see. Tennessee has really good wins this year. They have wins over Alabama, also, LSU, which is also another great win. So, yeah, Tennessee's got a lot of good quality wins, and Tennessee has the best, offense in the country. But the bad news for Tennessee is they still have to play Joe Milton, but that's not really bad news. It's just they're without Hendon Hooker, of course, with a torn ACL. So, but Tennessee, I think Joe Milton looked pretty good against Vanderbilt. I mean, he missed a couple deep balls, but he'll get better, and he'll have time to really prepare for this Kansas State team. But this is simply a projection. This is not the predictions. This is simply what I project what will the bowl games will look like when they come out this Sunday. All right, to the Cotton Bowl, I made a change here. Tulane versus Penn State. Now, people are going to probably be surprised that I have Tulane here in the Cotton Bowl, but I have Tulane beating UCF in the American Championship game. I think Tulane gets revenge in that game, and I also think they go to the Cotton Bowl. They are pretty much the best Group of 5 team in the country as well. Penn State, I had them in the Rose Bowl, but now they're the 3rd best team in the Big Ten, and I had to put Ohio State there at number 2 in the Big Ten standings. And also, I mean, it was pretty tough to call with the Rose Bowl. I thought about putting Penn State against Washington. Now I thought I'd make a change here, but I still got Penn State going to a New Year's Six bowl game. It's not like they're out of it. I mean, this is one of the best, finishing teams in the Big Ten, I think, in the East this year. I know Michigan pretty much is undefeated, but this is the best 10-2 team in the Big Ten Conference. So this is how I got the Cotton Bowl here. I think this would be a pretty good matchup. Tulane, pretty much the best Group of 5 team. They just beat Cincinnati, and also they had to play UCF in the American Championship. And I got them winning that game. So, but Penn State, the best, finishing team in the Big Ten. Like I said, this is a team that, I was really high on, for the last few weeks, and I think they would finish out 10-2, and that's exactly what happened. All right, let's go to my last bowl game now. That's the Orange Bowl. We got Alabama versus Clemson. No change here. I think Clemson will win the ACC championship. If you saw my prediction yesterday against North Carolina, I think they do win that game pretty close, and I think we'll get Clemson versus Alabama in the Orange Bowl. Alabama, I think, is pretty good enough to still go to a New Year's Six bowl game, considering their record is 10-2, but it's just about, all the wins they have. And then Clemson, I think, will move on to the Orange Bowl, considering they just won the ACC championship. But that game is still to come this Saturday. If they lose that game, well, we could have a new team in the Orange Bowl. It could be another ACC team, perhaps. It could be North Carolina, perhaps. But, I just think this game right here is going to happen. I would love to see this one between Alabama and Clemson. I mean, offensively, you look at both of these teams, they're pretty good. I mean, defensively, I would give it to Alabama, perhaps. The running game is pretty strong for Alabama as well. But let's go back to all these predictions. If I was going to make a prediction on all these games, we'll start with the Rose Bowl first. I got Washington, I got Ohio State winning that game. I meant to say we got Washington and Ohio State in that game. I would pick Ohio State to win that game. The next bowl game, the Sugar Bowl, I would pick Tennessee to pull off a win there in the Sugar Bowl, considering the hurry-up offense. Kansas State hasn't really faced that hurry-up offense. In the Cotton Bowl, I'm obviously picking Penn State. I would really say that Penn State would win that game. And then the Orange Bowl here, I got Alabama winning this one as well against Clemson. I just think Alabama's offense is just a little bit better than Clemson. Defensively, I think both of these teams are pretty even. I think it would be a low-scoring game. I think Alabama would win it, so that's how I think the predictions will go down if I was going to make a prediction. So those are my final New Year's Six bowl game projections heading into Conference Championship weekend. Again, these New Year's Six bowl games will come out this Sunday. Let me guys know what you think about these New Year's Six bowl games. And also, don't forget my college football playoff projections coming up this Friday. I'm going to continue to do those conference championship games predictions, so there will be a video out later today with the Big Ten championship game, and then tomorrow we'll do the college football playoff rankings reaction, and then we'll give you the Big 12 championship game. So that's how my schedule is going to work. And then also keep subscribing to this channel if you are new, and follow it. And stay tuned here for more on the Lucas Ross Sports Channel.